For today's class, we'll be using a small Pilates ball and a set of light weights. If you have those things, grab them. If you don't, no worries, you'll be totally fine without. We'll get started by coming into a seated position. Hips go down on the mat, feet are going to go out in front of you, and we'll take the ball and just place it between the knees. Hands come right behind your hamstrings. We'll take a big roll of the shoulders to open up through the chest, reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. From here, 4 deep breaths. It's an inhale to breathe in through the nose, fill the body up with air. Think about expanding through the rib cage from side to side and front to back. And then we can exhale out through the mouth, let it go. Good. For 3 more, big inhale. And then exhale out, let it go. Good. We'll go for 2, big inhale. And then exhale out, let it go. This will be our last one. Big inhale. And then exhale out, let everything go. Good. With that last exhale, we're just going to lean into that a little bit more. Give me a big inhale, reach the crown of the head up, press the chest forward, roll the shoulders down and back. And then exhale, pull in from the center of the body, start to round through the upper back, bringing hips and rib cage closer to each other. You'll take an exhale, roll about, halfway down. Inhale right about there, and then exhale, you bring it right back up. For 4 more, we round back. Inhale, and then exhale, bring it back up. For 3. Good. For 2. And then last one. Awesome. With that last one, we're keeping the ball between the knees. You'll grab onto your weights in both hands, and I'd recommend probably scooting closer towards the front edge of your mat. We'll reach the weights so they go out in front of us. Give me an inhale here. Exhale, draw in from the center of the body as you roll things down. Just go about halfway. Take an inhale there, and then exhale, you're rolling all the way back up. We'll keep moving like this. We roll it down. Inhale, and then exhale, bring it up. If the weights ever become too much, they're the first thing to go. Okay. I've got 3-pound weights. If you have lighter weights, awesome. If you have heavier weights, I'd recommend probably just, feeling it out with the first couple of reps. We'll move for 4 more like this. This is 4. For 3. Good. For 2. And then last one. Good. With that last one, we're building off of this. Again, I'm going to scoot forward because I'm nervous. I'm going to hit my chair. We inhale at the top. We exhale. You roll all the way down, nice and slow. Shoulder blades go down. Head goes down. Your arms are going to reach back overhead. Good. You inhale and then exhale. Start to lift the arms up above the shoulders. As your hands press down towards the tops of your legs, you tuck chin to chest. You start to roll up through the upper body. Once you come up to seated, you reach the arms up overhead. We're going to do a little triceps press. Bend the elbows. Press the arms back up, and then start to lower the arms down as you round through the spine. Come on down towards your mat. Shoulders down, head down, arms reach back. Big inhale. And then exhale, lift the arms, press hands towards the tops of the legs as you lift up through the upper body. Arms reach up. We'll bend and press. I would love it if your arms moved at the same pace for that triceps press. I know for a fact mine are not. I can feel it. If you'd like to press your weights or press your hands together once you come up, you can totally do that. Good. And if you start to hit stuff around you, just move around, right? That's okay. You don't have to move through the whole set uninterrupted. Let's go for 2 more. And then last one. Good. Okay, with that last one, we are going to roll ourselves all the way down towards the mat. Shoulders go down, head goes down. Once you get down, put your weights just off to the side on either side of your mat. Pull the knees in, grab onto the ball. Plant your heels down and lift the hips up, and then place the ball so it comes right about at your tailbone. You'll know if it's at the right spot. Let your hips rest down onto the ball, so it's going to support you here. Hands come down to your sides, spread out through your fingertips, press into the shoulders, and from here we're going to do something a little bit fun. Lifting the knees up above the hips. We'll have to take a second to figure out how we're going to balance. We'll take an inhale, you tap right toes down to the mat. Exhale, you lift up. Same thing on the left. Left toes go down and we lift up. We lower and lift, lower and lift. We'll be hanging out here for a little bit. Excuse whatever's happening on our street. Okay, if you feel super wobbly or if you don't have a ball, no worries. You can do the same exact thing without. Just keep your hips down on the mat. Okay, we're moving for about 4 more each side. It's 4 and 4 for 3 and 3. We'll go for 2 and 2. Last 1 and 1. Both knees lift up above the hips. I want you squeezing the legs together. Give me a big exhale. Bend at the knees. Pull the knees in towards your chest. And then inhale, shoot the legs out on a high diagonal. Exhale, bend at the knees. Pull knees to nose or knees towards the chest. And then reach the legs right back out. Okay, we're still stabilizing in the upper body, pressing into the backs of the shoulders, pressing into the triceps, spreading out through the fingertips, pressing into the fingertips as well, right? It's just as much core strength as it is upper body strength that's going to stabilize us right here. Good. Perfect. All right, we're going for about 4 more right here, and then we'll move right into a scissor kick. This is 4. I'm feeling a little bit wobbly. This is 3. You can take the ball out at any point. This is going to be 2. And then last one, we shoot the legs out. I want you to separate the feet, pull the right leg back, drop the left leg down, and then switch. Switch and switch. You're only moving as fast as you can stabilize. So for me, I'm going to keep it nice and slow. That's what I feel like I can stabilize. Okay, if you feel like you can move faster without rocking your hips all over the ball, sure, go for it. Go for it. If you are all the way down on the mat, you're welcome to come up into a crunch. But if your hips are lifted like this, no coming up into a crunch. Sorry. It would also be like nearly impossible. It would put a lot of weird pressure in weird places. Good. Let's go for 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Last 1 and 1. With your last one, both legs are lifting up above your hips. We're squeezing the heels together, turning the toes apart. You can either flex your feet or point your toes. I'm going to go for a pointed toe. We'll take an inhale. You lower the legs down. Exhale, you'll lift the legs back up. It's not a huge movement, and I'm not asking you to lower your legs all the way down towards the mat because that will probably start to put a little bit of pressure on the lower back. That won't feel so nice, especially, again, with the hips lifted. If you are all the way down on the mat, you're only lowering so far as you can maintain the same position with your hips. And really, that applies here too, if your hips are lifted. We're trying to maintain the hips in a neutral position. Good, we're pressing heels together, we're pressing inner thighs together, calves together if they touch. Good, let's go for 4. This is my least favorite exercise for 3, but sometimes we just gotta do it. Sometimes it just makes sense to do. We'll go for 2. And then last one. Good, legs lift above the hips, we'll bend at the knees. Now we pull the right leg in, shoot the left leg out, and then switch through center, left leg in, right leg out. We switch and switch. Again, can you move the legs and keep your hips stable up on top of that ball? Switch and switch. You got it. Good. As always, pace is up to you. If you need a second, you're going to take it, and that's perfectly okay. Okay, I'm feeling really wobbly on this ball. Good news is this is the last thing we do right here. Okay? We're just going for 4, 3, for 2. Last one. Good. With that last one, everything comes in. Your feet can come down to the mat. Lift your hips up and then grab onto the ball. Let the hips lower down. We'll take a moment just to drop the knees from side to side. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're lifting the knees back up above the hips, taking the ball so it goes between the knees. You can bring the inside edges of the feet together, so big toe and heel press together. And then wherever your weights ended up, go ahead and grab back onto those. We'll reach the weights so they come up over the chest. And remember that triceps press we did before? We'll kind of move into that same thing right here. We inhale, bend at the elbows, lowering the weights down towards the crown of the head. Big exhale, you press the hands up so that your arms are up above your chest. We'll inhale, lower down. Exhale, press it up. Skull crusher, right? Okay, we should feel a little bit of work happening through the front of the body. Surprisingly, it's a lot of work just to hold the legs in tabletop. Good, we're moving for 4, for 3, for 2, and then last one. You'll press the arms up, separate the hands, and then flip your palms so that they face the tops of your legs. Big exhale, we crunch up through head, neck, and shoulders, pressing your hands outside of the hips. Inhale as you lower all the way back down towards the mat. Big exhale, you press up. Inhale, you take it down. And you'll keep it moving from there. Big exhale, press up. Inhale, bring it down. Good news is we're just about halfway there. A little bit more than halfway. Through this workout, not through this exercise. Okay, we're going for 4, for 3, for 2. Remember, you're always more than welcome to keep your head down. Last one, you're crunching up, you're holding right here. Flip the palms towards your legs. Try to lift up a little bit higher towards the base of those shoulder blades. Give me an exhale, bend at the elbows, pulling weights towards the shoulders. Inhale, you reach your weights back out so they come right outside of your hips. Big exhale, you'll pull in. Inhale, you'll reach it out. We're going for 4 more. It's 4, for 3, for 2, and then last one. Reach your weights back out by your hips. We start to squeeze on the ball. Squeeze in and release. Squeeze in, release. Good. In, release. Are you still up in that crunch? If you're not, it's okay. We're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Everything comes down towards the mat. You keep the legs right where they're at. We go back into that same skull crusher. We're just going to add in a little bit of movement through the legs. You'll take an inhale, bend at the elbows as you lower down from the hip, reaching your feet down towards the mat. Exhale, we press the arms back up. You lift the legs back up above the hips. It's an inhale, we bend at the elbows. You lower this diamond shape down towards the mat. Exhale, everything lifts up. It can be a really tiny lower down. For me, it's pretty tiny because my hips start to pull forward, and that's the opposite of what we want to happen here. We're stretching out through the front of the body, creating more space between hips and rib cage. And then on that exhale, using our core strength to pull everything right back in. Let's go for 4. For 3, keep breathing. We'll go for 2. And then last one. Everything comes up. Again, arms separate. Big exhale. You crunch up through head, neck, and shoulders. Hands outside of the hips. Inhale as you lower all the way back down. Big exhale. We go up. Inhale. We take it down. Good. If you need a little bit less, you take your feet down to the mat. Keep the ball between the knees. Good. Okay, we're going for 4. For 3. For 2. Last one, we crunch and hold, flip the palms towards the legs. It's a big exhale. You bend the elbows, pull weights towards the shoulders. Inhale, you reach those arms back out. We bring it in and reach it out. Good, we're going for 4, for 3, for 2, and then last one, your arms reach back out. Again, you squeeze on the ball for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes down. Again, you can put your weights off to the side. You're grabbing onto the ball and just taking a second. Feet can come to the mat. Drop the knees from one side and then over to the other. Okay, we're doing good. We're pretty much right there at the end. We've got like 5-ish minutes of fun to go, all right? When you're ready, we're going to take the ball. You'll keep it in between your hands, reach your legs so they come up above your hips. Now from here, we'll start with the shoulders and the head down. I want you to drop your left leg down, pass the ball behind the right leg, bring it in, switch the legs, pass the ball behind the left leg. Okay, so we keep moving the legs like this. You'll continue to pass the ball. If you feel a little bit more comfortable right here, awesome. Stay right here. If you feel like you need to bend the knees, you don't have the flexibility in your hamstrings quite yet, that's okay, bend the knees. Takes practice, so you have to give yourself time, right? If you want to do more and you're ready, we're coming up into that upper body crunch, holding right about at the base of the shoulder blades, continuing to pass the ball behind one leg and then the other. We pass, 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 pass. And you'll just keep going like that. Good. Okay, let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. With that last one, both legs reach up. We're taking the ball so it goes between the ankles. Okay, from here, you're going to reach the legs out, reach the arms back. You can drop your head down towards the mat, and then big exhale, we pull the knees in, you crunch on up, reach for the ball with your hands, legs shoot out, arms reach back, and then big exhale, we pull things back in. You put the ball back between the ankles. We reach out, bring it in, reach out, bring it in. And just keep breathing. That's sometimes the hardest thing. All right, let's go for 4. For 3. For 2. And then last one. Woo! Good. With that last one, head comes down, shoulders come down. The ball either ended in between the ankles or in the hands. It doesn't really matter. Take a second, take a breath. You're going to take the ball. If it's not at your feet, go ahead and bring it down to your feet. We're going to move it so that it comes underneath our right foot. Okay, just get comfortable right there. You'll grab onto one of your weights, take your weight so it goes up above your chest. Okay, from here, you're pressing down into the left heel. We take a big exhale as you crunch up and over to the outside of the right leg. As you reach the arms back out, drop the chest down. You're going to roll the ball out. Okay, so the right leg goes to straight, your arms go out. Big exhale, we start to roll the ball in as we crunch up and over to the outside of the right leg. And then inhale, we reach everything back out. Good. All right, we're just going for 4. For 3, and you might lose the ball, that's okay. If you don't have the ball, same thing without it. You're just reaching that right leg out and then bending at the knee, pulling it back in. This should be about 2 if I counted right. And then last one. Good. With that last one, you can bring things down to the mat. Just swap the ball over to your left foot, and you may find you have to move the ball out a little bit further away from you. That's totally fine. That's what I'm gonna do. Reach the arms up over the chest, take a big exhale, crunch up and over to the outside of the left leg, and then inhale, roll the ball out with that left foot as you reach the arms back overhead. Big exhale, we roll the ball in, come to the outside of the left leg. Inhale, you reach everything back out. And you just keep moving, keep breathing like this. Reach it out. Bring it in. Reach it out. We're only going for 4 more. It's 4. For 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. With that last one, everything comes in. Take your weight, you put it off to the side. You're going to roll the ball in towards you, grab onto it with your hands, walk your feet out towards the top edge of your mat, and then reach the ball up above your chest. Big inhale, mentally prepare. Exhale, we're pressing the hands down towards the legs. We start to roll up through the upper body. You're coming all the way up to seated. And then once you get right here, we're rolling ourselves over so that we come face down onto our mat. I think we did this, we probably did something like this last week with the ball in our workout. Open your feet up as wide as your mat. Reach the ball out in front of you. The insides of both of your wrists are going to rest onto the ball. Fingertips are reaching long. Give me a big exhale. Relax the shoulders and start to roll the ball in towards you as you lift up through your chest. Lift your gaze. Inhale, you take things all the way back out. Big exhale, we start to lift up. Inhale, you reach it right back out. Okay, let's go for 4 more. It's 4. For 3. Good. For 2. And then last one. Awesome. With that last one, you can let the ball just hang out at the top edge of your mat. Bring your hands under the shoulders. Press yourself all the way up and then reach hips back to heels. Find a child's pose. Maybe you open up through the knees a little bit more, letting the chest sink closer towards the mat. We'll take a big inhale and then exhale out as you let things go. When you're ready, let's pop up into a tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Give me an inhale to arch at your back, open up through the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. And then big exhale, press up and away, curving the spine as if you're an angry cat. We'll go for 2 more. It's an inhale, arch the back, open up the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. Big exhale, press up and away. 1 more. We inhale, arch. And then exhale, press up and away. Good. With that last one, let's reach hips all the way back towards the heels. Bring shoulders on top of the hips. Reach the crown of the head up. We'll take a big inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Let's drop the left hand down towards the mat, reaching the right arm up. When you're ready, coming up through center, we'll take the right hand down, reach the left arm up. Good. And then when you're ready, both hands can come down. Take any other stretches you feel like you need, but you're all finished with me for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this workout. If you did, as always, please let me know down in the comments. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I will see you in our next video.
I just can't resist you. You got me thinking like